says Romans 10:13 through 15. Everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. How then can they call on the one they have not believed in? And how can they believe in the one of whom they have not sent? Am I reading? Not heard. And how can they hear without someone preaching to them? And how can anyone preach unless they are sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news. A little bit blurry for me. Okay, the next one. God said to go into all the world and preach the gospel to everyone. Mark 16:15. Next slide. Nazarene Missions International continues to encourage churches to involve children and youth in all mission endeavors and to nurture them as they seek to respond to God's call. Today, they are missionaries to their friends, family, and neighbors. One day, they will be missionaries at college, at their work, to their kids, and many others. One day, they may be missionaries in another city or even overseas. Our local churches can prepare our children and youth to be missionaries now by teaching them the good news and how to spread the good news to others. So what missionary endeavors have we been encouraging our district local churches to involve them in? Here is what some of our churches are doing. Next slide. First, we are educating our youth groups, Sunday school classes about missionaries, teaching them what the 1040 window is and where the alabaster money goes, what care and connection is, and how they can help missionaries and pray for them. We even have our deputation missionaries speak to the children and youth as well as the congregation. Nazarene.org also provides 6 missionary books for children and other resources. Second, we are teaching them to pray for our missionaries and their children. First, for their children are missionaries as well. We are teaching them to ask God to lead them to the ministry He wants them to do. Another thing you can do is teach your parents to pray with their kids at home for a missionary. Third, we are teaching them to give to missions, making alabaster boxes, giving their coins to help support a new school or roof on a church. And the youth could enjoy voting on which project they wanted to give to as a group or individually. I don't know if we can do that with our alabaster money now, but if you have a deputation missionary come in, you can ask them if they have a project and what the code is on their project. And then you can donate and put in that code and use that. Fourth, we are giving them opportunities to serve in missions. They are helping a family in need in the community, giving supplies for crisis care kits, and volunteering at the Manna House. Fifth, we are making sure the children and youth can relate to a missionary. Like the missionary kids sharing their videos this year at children's camps and the District Kids Missions Day. Last but most important, we are leading them to Christ and God's calling on their lives. And then when God does send them locally or abroad, our local churches are continuing to nurture them. Recently, I heard a senior from Trevecca Nazarene College make a plea to our congregation. She said, our generation and the generation after her are in need of the stories. Stories? What stories? Stories of, you can turn the page. Stories of how we became a Christian, how God helped us through a difficult situation, how we met our spouse and worked through times that were difficult, or a missionary that struggled in a country to spread the good news and overcame the obstacles, and how God directed us to the job we have now that we might minister to someone. She said her generation sees so much bad in the world. We need to hear the good and in the endurance God gave to us. You can turn the next one. So now as a district, we are asking you, turn to the next. It's trying to get it to turn.
More little clickers from
Yeah.
today.
There we go. So now, as a district, we are asking you to go and tell your stories to your youth and the children. So be a missionary to them by spreading the good news of your salvation to them, giving them the confidence and the assurance that God is always with them, even through the difficulties. Be the beautiful feet to these children and youth, so that they may be the beautiful feet to others.